The art of staying alive in CSGO is a very important skill to master, and it's something that is going to help you progress through the ranks because it's not something that a lot of CSGO players understand at the beginning of the game. It's really something that you start to learn and understand as you progress into the higher echelons of CSGO matchmaking, face it, whatever you're playing, and even Team CS. Team CS is where it's going to be the most important. Today, I'm going to teach you exactly what you need to know in order to start understanding the art of staying alive. But before we get into that, I have a message from the partner of today's vid. This video is brought to you by Keydrop. On Keydrop, you can open up a variety of cases that contain very cool drops. If you do not like what you unbox, they also have an upgrader mode that gives you a chance to win a better skin, or you can also use their skin changer mode to change your skin to one of your liking. They even have case battles where you can test your luck by opening custom cases against an opponent. There are also a ton of tasks that you can do to get free gold, which in turn allows you to open up free cases. They have a lot of different deposit methods, including credit cards, crypto, and even CSGO skins. And if you use my promo code CoJoMo, you get a free 50 cents and a 10% bonus on your deposit, which helps both of us out. All right, guys, the art of staying alive. It is a beautiful thing, am I right? I'm going to use Pit here on Inferno as my example. It is the most notorious spot for doing this, and we're going to give you the crash course on what you need to do in order to master this skill. Sorry, I just had to turn the volume down. All right, guys. So first things first, staying alive is so important because it's going to draw time for your team to rotate. Staying alive and buying this time means that you are actively trying to take passive fights, passive engagements, and make yourself as hard as possible to kill so that it gives your teammates those extra seconds to come on in and rotate in or throw util for you to support you as you start to take those aggressive peaks, right? So what does that mean? Say we're Pit here on Inferno, right? And the T's are scaling up lane. Instead of just taking these fights and being out here and doing our thing like that, what instead we can do is drop a smoke down in Pit here, right? And now what does this do? It makes us so hard to kill, right? And we can hang around the edge of this and kill people as they're fighting us and kind of one-way the smoke, or come around here and do the same thing and, you know, take these little pot shots, And you know what's going to happen at high levels? Teams are going to, really want to ignore that, right? That they know that's not a favorable fight for them to take. So they're either just going to nade you, they're going to do that, or they're literally just going to drop a smoke and try to get into sight to kill these guys and plant the bomb, especially with low time, right? So they're going to ignore you. And what that does is it allows you to sit here and worry about, scaling and staying alive as your teammates rotate in. Now, what your teammates need to do for you as this player is when they're rotating in, they either need to, one, coordinate a time to attack with you. Coordinate a time where you guys are all going to peek. They're going to try to scale on the site. You're going to use your control to start taking fights and doing your thing. And you're going to coordinate that attack together. Or two, they're scaling in, and as fast as they can, they're throwing flashes behind you, throwing this support util so that as you're fighting, boom, flash pops, you're doing your thing now, right? So boom, you just implemented a team play into the game when instead you could have just been taking your individual fights and, doing your 50-50s that are not the best. But why is this so important, guys, that we're alive in this area of the map too? Because it takes away that control from the other team. Think about the T side. If you take that fight and, maybe you get one kill, but they trade you out here and then they kill the guy's site, now they can play around Pit here. They can have all this space. And now that your team's retake is going to be so hard as the CTs, right? Because you got a little too greedy here and, got too ahead of yourself. Now, what are we going to do to stay ahead of the game? Because we can't just tuck in here the whole time and, expect to win the round every time, right? What I want you guys to understand is there's going to be lots of games you can play as this player, right? I told you can drop a smoke here, you can do that, but you're not limited to that, guys. Maybe there's a round where you want to play inside of mini Pit or instead of mini, right? And maybe they're coming. You hear them flash lane, you know a hit's about to start coming. So maybe you drop a smoke down into big Pit And now they think you're tucking again, doing your thing. And maybe you're just sitting here waiting for them to scale in. Maybe one crosses and you come up here and start doing your fights, right? You're doing this and being a menace, right? So you're still trying to stay alive and you're playing passive, but now you're actively taking these engagements and doing your thing, right? Sorry, my Discord's going off. I apologize for that. But you're being a menace and you've used that smoke to fake them out and they think that you're there, right? So now you're delaying in a different way. Now, one thing that is extremely important that you realize as this player that is going to be the anchor and you're trying to delay is you need to prioritize the utility, right? And you need to make sure that even if you can't get an M4 in the round, you're buying whatever you can. It might be a FAMAS. It might even just be a pistol if you guys are forcing or saving. And you are prioritizing this utility because that is how you are going to really do this for your team. That's how you're really gonna buy this time for them and really delay the T's as they're rotating in. Because that molly that you might have been able to purchase and throw late round might just full on stop these T's from running in and really make their life difficult, making the rotations easier to come in. Now I'll briefly show you on the other side of the map what we can do on the same note. Guys, same way you can play B site the same exact way, right? You can have one player playing a little more aggressive, like, you know, fighting CT, jiggling here, you know, playing new box first, whatever you want to do. But if you're a backside player, throwing these like smokes to delay and really cause chaos and make it so hard for them to clear you is the same exact concept. And that's what I mean. You guys can do this not just on Inferno, but every single map. Is just throwing smokes to delay and making the T's have to clear out so much stuff. Because what does that do when they have to clear you out back there and they can't just get that insta kill, right? Your teammates, when they're rotating in, they can come here and just chuck flashes back that are going to land, you know, they're going to land back here that are going to completely full blind these T's as they're trying to come in here and hunt you and kill you, right? And then with that flash, you know, maybe you can peek off and start farming them. So guys, staying alive is an art. It truly is, because I've seen some crazy things done, right? I've seen these insane one-way smokes thrown where I've even seen sometimes where someone throws a one-way smoke there after they've done it like 2 or 3 rounds and the T's are just so focused on that. They're like, guys, he's backside again, he's backside. And then the dude's just sitting here killing the guys that are coming at him, right? And it's an art. It really is. And staying alive is so much more important sometimes than just playing these aggressive angles and just fragging, right? So think outside the box a little bit. Make sure you've got that utility and really be a player that your teammates are going to be able to play off of. And trust me, it's going to make your life so much easier. A lot of you can't rank up and you're struggling because you don't know how to do these kind of things. You think CSGO is just a point and click game. It's not just a point and click game. It is really an art, and it's a game of chess, guys. It really is. And it's hiding and, you know, knowing when to hide, when to play aggressive, and you've got to understand this. So I hope that this video is really insightful. I hope that you learned a little bit from it. And if you're an Inferno Pit player, this video is just made for you, I guess. So let me know what suggestions you guys have, any feedback, any comments for future videos. I'll be down to do that. I read every single comment. I respond to every comment. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. 90% of viewers are not subscribed to me, so it'd mean a lot to me. You guys have a great rest of your day. Keep fragging, keep working hard, and we're gonna rank up together.